Oh, hi, how's it going? I wasn't stealing anything. You can't prove it! Welcome to Ability Almanac 10. We're in the 10th episode of this bad boy already. And today we are looking at the Master Thief of Gotham. The one and only cat burglar, Catwoman. And one of the most coveted abilities in all of Injustice 2. I swear, you have no idea how many people want this ability. And it's actually one of the better two-slot abilities in the game, too. Like, good gravy, it's actually pretty good. I'll explain why, and all others, in this video. Right on! But we're not there just yet. Right now, we're going to look at the first of her abilities, and my personal favorite, even if it's not necessarily that good. Low Whip, which replaces her anti-air whip, which is her normal down back light. This is a low version of the whip that pulls the opponent in for pretty decent damage, and can be comboed off of 3-3-3. Once they're on the ground, you can meter burn it in order to get even more damage off of it. But this replaces your anti-air, and it's very slow and very negative on block. Seriously, not worth it at all to just throw this out willy-nilly. You might also remember the Cat Dash. Well, there's an aerial version that is also available called the Cat Slash. I have some trouble doing combos with this one, but you can actually get combos off of aerial attacks into meter burn Cat Slash, which allow you to get into crazy shindigs like combos and stuff. And obviously free trade because, you know, trade is delicious. Time to move on to the next loadout. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the heavily coveted ultra rare Cat Call. Although I never really had that trouble getting this ability. Cat Call is a very potent two-slot ability where Catwoman summons Isis to come in and attack the opponent. It's like plus 20 on block, and if it does hit the opponent, they're unable to do anything for 2 seconds. 2 full seconds of being open to attack by Catwoman. I usually try and wait for all 3 slashes to maximize damage, but good God! This trait is this ability is actually pretty strong. And being a two-slot ability, you can do stuff like this, which is, so good. No wonder people want this ability so much. Plus, it gets you one of the rarest trophies in the game. Last I checked, only 1.1% of all Injustice 2 players actually have this trophy. So, if you get it, go ham. All you have to do is just kill somebody with the Cat Call, and then you're set. The next ability we're going to be looking at is a single slot ability replacing the Rising Claws, which is down for heavy. It's the old school Cat Claws from Injustice 1, which you might recognize as being one of Catwoman's deadliest combo extenders. I'll be completely honest, it's a lot easier to get combos off when you have Cat Claws than you do with the Rising Cat. I jokingly call that the Claw Ryuken, because, you know, it's a Dragon Punch, sort of. But this is a seriously dangerous ability just because of the combo potential that you can get off of, you know, stuff like this. Good God, that's gonna hurt. And now, for an Ability Almanac first. And that is the demonstration of an ability in an actual single fight. Granted on medium difficulty because that's the go-to for me when I'm recording Super Sunday, but you get the idea. Also, don't mind the scrubby generic gameplay. This ability is known as 9 Lives, and it is a two-slot ability that replaces your cat lateral damage trait. What does it do? Well, depending on how much meter you have, you gain a certain amount of life back. But the thing is that you only do it once, and if you don't have a lot of meter, it's basically game over. But if you have full bar, and both your opponents and you are almost dead, well, this ability could save your life and turn the fight around, provided that you are playing in a fight that isn't under tournament rules, which is, honestly, not that likely in the online element. Now on to the final loadout. And this loadout boasts another alternate trait for Catwoman, except it's only a 1-slot ability. I forgot to tag the other ability I had on this loadout to show you that it was 1 slot, but it is. It's just an alternate version of her normal trait, which will animate exactly like Injustice 1, where it will be a swing, bada bing, bada boom. You cannot meter burn this move, unfortunately, which is where it becomes a single slot ability. If you could meter burn it, it might warrant it becoming a 2-slot ability. I mean, Crawling Burst is a 2-slot ability for Blue Beetle, and it is terrible. So this ability, which is already pretty decent in and of itself, getting a meter burn might get it a 2-slot, but it's only a single slot just because it shares the same animation as Injustice 1, not much more. And now we're finally on to everybody's favorite thing, frame data. Gotta keep in mind that with frame data, you are going to be looking at some crazy stuff, like how plus on block the cat call is. It's kind of crazy. And the fact that you're like, I think it's like minus 30 on block with already 59 frames of recovery on a whiffed low cat whip. Some of Catwoman's frame data is all over the place with her abilities. Either way, I hope you enjoy, and as always, DFTBA.